Hi friends, welcome to Aisha's DIY. Today we will design a necklace using GGC treasure bag, the spring, I think the spring splash, no, the spring palette. Okay, so these are the beads that I have pulled out from the bag. We had two of the butterflies in two different colors, like the pink and the blue. So I just pulled out the pink and also these 10 millimeter beads, so as this barrel beads with the metallic color, and then this pendant, the pink pendant. And then we received two of these chandelier components. Instead of making a earring, I was thinking about a necklace, so I pulled out that, and I also pulled out the chain. I don't know if I'm going to use the chain, but I'm going to use this roundel, this 3 by 4 millimeter pink roundel as well. So let's just see. First of all, let's cut the strand. These are glass beads, and they are pink and gold. So take these beads off the wire. As you guys can see, the whole of the bead is really big. See that? And this is 0.8 millimeter Chinese knotting cord. If I'm thinking of doing it, so it goes really nicely through it without any problems. So I was thinking if it can go doubled, right? So what I want to do here is I'm going to take my lighter. I know I really like macrame a lot, and I like doing macrame with my jewelry. I mean, combining my beads with my macrame. It's one of my favorite thing to do, and also macrame is very popular right now, so why not, right? See this, it goes through pretty well, the double strand. So I'm gonna do this. Okay, so I'm gonna take a pink color because I don't want to take the color off. You can do a different color. I have a darker pink, and also I have gold kind of a color, and I also have tan color. So I'm thinking, let me see about the gold color first, and then so this is the gold color I was thinking. I don't know if it will look good, but I want to see, right? I mean, this will be contrasting. This will be very pinky, and this will be contrasting, and this will look more, more towards golden and stuff. So I'm probably going to use this because that's kind of different. This will be a little bit, a monotonous color. And also, if you remove this pink and then this peach, and see, this is more peach and this is more pink, and we are mixing peach with gold and the metallic beads, so I think this color would do good. So first of all, what I'm going to do here is we can actually do the pendant first. I think for this we need some jump rings to attach this pendant to this. I know it's a long pendant, but I really like it. So I'm going to take probably two of the jump rings. These are probably 6 millimeter jump rings. So for this we need two of our pliers. I'm having a bent nose pliers and a tweezer nose pliers. So this is my handy dandy tool. It's very, very helpful. The bent nose pliers, especially to open and close a jump ring, and the tweezer nose pliers are very helpful to go into the nooks and crannies of our beading work. It's so thin, and I love Zuran pliers. Zuran is my favorite, but I don't think so. I think they have a bent nose pliers too, but it was expensive, so I invested in only the tweezer nose pliers. I'm prepping the jump ring because it's not flush against each other. See that it is sandwiched on top of each other like that. I hope the camera can pick it up. Right, so what I'm gonna do is hold it here, twist it open like back and forth, go back and forth like that, back and forth like that, slowly steadily move it so that it comes and meets the other end and make it flush. So now it is ready. You can also use spitling per se. I don't know if it will accommodate two of our make sure the side is proper. Let's see if it accommodates two of our jump rings. Making sure they are nice and closed and it's not open up even a bit. Now let's take the other one and try. So you move it first. Let me try with a pendant. I'm gonna hold it like that. It's not going in, but I shall try a little bit more. No. As for now, I'm going to keep it this way, and probably make one with 18 gauge wire and put it like thicker one. That's what I'm gonna do. Probably, yeah, get a thicker one. This one is thick, so I just remove this jump ring. So you can also make your own jump ring from a thicker gauge. I always prefer 18 gauge jump rings than 20 gauge, even though I mean in some cases we can't use the 18 gauge. This one is 18 gauge for sure. So I remove that. I add it to this, and I add it to the pendant or the chandelier finding, and that's this. So these butterflies, for that I think we need a thinner gauge jump ring like this one, and also a bigger one. So this one will be perfect, I guess. And also I need to decide which ones I want to put it. Maybe these two, or I can do this and this maybe. I think this one will work. So you need to open up really wide, almost half, and then let's try this. Try putting this jump ring inside the butterfly first, and then close it a little bit, leaving a little bit space, and then I just want to put it in the top left hand side loop of the chandelier and leave it like that. So that's nice. Let's do one more. That's the jump ring I used. Make sure You prep the jump ring first by twisting it open and making sure the two sides close perfectly. First of all, let's try and put our jump ring. See, it's not open wide enough. A little bit more. Now it's good. Close it a little bit and then bring it up to your chandelier finding. So there is two sides to the butterfly. One is concave, one is convex. Just make sure the butterfly stays in the right position when you put it. See this, if you can see these two butterflies, I mean, this jump ring is bigger than this. You can see that. When you hold it like this, when you hold it like that, you can feel it. So this one is hanging low, this one is up. So I'll just fix that, and I'm gonna think about these two loops. This butterfly is supposed to come and be on top of that loop so that we don't see the loop at all. So that's what I want, but we need some beads on that. So I'm thinking maybe the pink ones. Or the crystal one. Let me just cut these up. So let me try the crystals. Maybe two crystal and a butterfly. Maybe here. See this? There is no gap, so the butterfly won't work. Maybe both the beads will work. Yeah, something like that. Or the chain. I'm just going to anyways cut chain a little bit. Just 3 links and see. So first of all, I will fix this jump ring and come back. Hi friends, welcome back. So I made this one side of the pendant. Let's do the other side. So as far as this side, as you guys can see, I added the jump ring and the butterfly here, and I'll show you guys. I cut about 4 links of the chain, and 1 link is open. Okay, so I'm not going to add any jump ring to this. I'm just going to use the link of the chain to attach it to this. So it's a 4 link chain. That's what's here. Yeah, I'm going to attach to the back of the butterfly, because I tried attaching it to the chandelier component. The butterfly won't sit properly, so I'm just going to attach it to the back of the butterfly, the jump ring of the butterfly. So that's where I'm gonna attach it, and make sure that this link is completely closed. So I attach the chain first. Now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take a head pin. These are probably 2-inch head pins, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a bead cap. First of all, I'm gonna take the roundel bead, the bead cap, okay, and the pink bead, and a bead cap, and a roundel bead. So this is the order that I'm gonna do it. Then I'm gonna keep my pliers on top of this and bend this at 90 degrees, just like this, and then snip it off like that. Okay, save that. We are going to use that as well. So take your pliers, round nose pliers, keep it over there, and then make sure you have a loop. Okay, now open this loop up and then add it to this chain link, the last link of the chain. When you open this loop up, you need to open it as if you are opening and closing a jump ring, which is back and forth. I'm just trying to put this in. Let me just open this up a little bit more. Otherwise it's not gonna go in. There we go. Close it really nicely. Now that's attached. So for that link, what I did was I used the remaining piece of my head pin, take it and just bend the end and make a U. So that will serve as a head pin for us now. Right, squish that down. So now take the same thing. So this is the flower daisy spacers. It's not daisy spacers, it's flower spacers that I was using for the flower bead caps that I was using. I have those in my stash. These are very thin. It doesn't have a real big profile, as to say. So that's why I really like. I mean, a little bit of the gold element is all I'm expecting for this. So this was perfect. So there we go. Now again, bend this at 90 degrees. Take your round nose pliers and then make yourself a loop, just like that. Okay, and open that loop up. So there is a loop in this chandelier finding 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5. So this one is empty, so we want to fill that up with this dangle. Close it, and then our pendant is ready. I really like the way this turned out to be. If you want, you can add more butterflies here and here if you want, so which will seem more fuller. Let me try and see if it looks good or not. If not, we will remove it, but the thing is, we can always try. Let me just focus a little bit this way so that I'm not out of focus all the time. Sorry about that if I did. There we go. I already have this on the jump ring, so let me try. So you want to add it to the second link probably of the chain, right, and then close it up and leave it and see how it looks. If you like the look of it, then go ahead and add one more so that you won't see the chain, which I think is a good idea. So I used this jump ring for that purpose, so I'm gonna use the same here again. Let's prep the jump ring first. Add it to the butterfly and to the second link of the chain, and then close it. There we go. This is what we have so far. I really like the way the pendant turned out to be nice and full. Now I'm ready to add the beaded part, and also I said I'm gonna do macrame for that, and I'm gonna use this probably is the one I'm gonna use, this cord. So I'm gonna cut myself, this is 11-inch maybe mantis, so I'm just going to measure. This is about, say, 2 feet. Okay, I'm gonna take about 4 feet is what I'm thinking I will do. I mean, I might take it less, I might use less, but it's always a good idea to take more than less. You cannot always add cord. So I have a simple beaded macrame pattern in mind. So I fold this cord into half, take one end, okay, and then put it through this. Let me see if this is the way that it needs to go. Yes. So put it through this from the top, take the 2 ends and then take it through that loop. Make sure the ends are same. Then now pull it tight. This is what you have. So I'm essentially going to do 2. So one is the strand. So I'm going to take the ends and probably melt the ends together, and you will have this needle kind of a thing, which is easy to thread in the beads. So I'm just going to add one of the pink bead and drop it down to our pendant, making sure the knot that we did was lock's head knot, making sure the knot is fine. So I'm also going to look at it, and I like it kind of. Then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a knot. The knot is, so this is, I think it's called snake head knot or something like that. So this is my left, this is my right cord. I take my right cord, take these 2 cord this way, take my right cord and then go and keep it around just like that, a loop. Take my left cord, come back around the index finger, okay, let this cord be here, index finger, and take this cord and go through that loop. Okay, I know it's long, but yeah, we need to separate the ends, right? These are together. Hold on one sec, let me just separate this. Yeah. And there we go. Don't worry, I will do this knot several times. Now just hold on to that, pull that thing, and then turn around, and then again take this cord, go back on under, go back around the index finger, and then take the next one, go through that loop, and then pull the other one. You will have a tightened cord, and then pull both, you will have a loop. Oh no, I did it wrong. Never mind, I'll do it one more time. The cord is long, so it's kind of difficult. So we are doing a knot with just 2 cords. I really want to do knot in between those beads and then continue adding the beads and stuff. I'm going to add the metallic beads as well to tie this cord and probably everything together. So here is what it is. The first one is a lark side knot that we added. So the second one will be the snake knot. Let me show you guys. Okay, these 2 cords, take the one on the right, rotate it around and keep it like this underneath the left. Okay, right, and then take the left cord, go around the index finger, come back here in the front and take this and put it through the loop that you created. Okay, now if you pull this one, this loop will get shortened, right? And then you take these 2 and then pull this, pull, you will get a knot. See that? That's a knot right there. So again, do the same. Now it will be easy since it is the cord is apart. So take it, go around and put it underneath that cord. Take the left cord, go around your index finger and bring it in the front and then go through that loop and then take it out. And when you hold that there, right, and pull this, you have 2 loops that you need to pull simultaneously to get this knot right. As you guys can see, I have 2 knots in place. There we go. So now that we have the 2 knots in place, now is the time to add our bead. So the next bead that I'm going to add is this metallic bead. Hopefully this should accommodate 2 of our cords. Again, I'm going to melt it. That's why I wanted a little bit more cord, because I don't know how long I'm going to need it. So let's hope that this goes through this. Looks like it doesn't. So there's a couple of options that we can do. Take a piece of wire and push it through. So this is a piece of beading wire, but if you use a thinner excuse me, probably 24 or 26 gauge wire, something like that would work. I mean, try this is 24 gauge wire, by the way. There we go. Excuse me. Let me just have a drink. There I go. So now I have added the metallic bead here. Then again, I'm gonna do the same thing. So here we go. Take this cord, then make a loop and put it underneath the left So this loop is big, so I'm making it small. Take the left cord, go around your index finger, come up in the front, and then take this cord and go through this loop. Okay, since it's a long, and also I have melted these two together, becomes a little bit difficult, but see that's there. If you move both, if you shorten both the cord, you will have a knot. There we go. Again, let's do the knot. Take this cord, go around and underneath and keep it. Take the left cord, come up and go through that loop and hold this, and you pull both the cords just like that, and then you will have the knot. After the next bead, I'll show you guys how to do this knot continuously rather than holding it like this. Let me add the pink bead now. So both the cords, actually without melting it together, it goes through nicely through the bead. So here we go, we have our knots like this. Maybe it might not lie flat, but it is like a very nice knot to make, and it also feels like a spacers in between, which I kind of really like them. So here we go, our cord is there. So take the right and go around and keep it like that. Take the left, go around your index finger and bring it in the front, and then go through this. Okay, then hold it right next parallel to the other one. So in this case you will pull this first, which will shorten this loop, and then you pull that. But instead what you will do is you will just rotate this and then go around. Sorry, I didn't do it properly. I'll do it one more time. I mean, this knot is something that I do almost right every time, but if I lose practice of this knot, then it becomes kind of difficult. There we go. Go through this, go around it, and then go around and hold it like that, and then tighten this loop first. Okay, still we have the back loop, so take your finger off and then go around, just rotate that and flip it. Then now circle around the index finger and go through the loop from the top, hold it like that, then tighten this again. Okay, and then take your finger off, go again, just like that. So it's continuously making that loop, and then tighten that up. I did some mistake again. Okay, take it off. It's easy to make mistake in here, but there we go. Take this one and hold that one there and tighten this cord. There we go. 2 knots again, one more time, and then go through this and hold it there and tighten that one, and then leave that also and tighten the other one. So this is making continuous knots. If you are making couple more than 2, you can do that, or you can follow the other pattern. Either way is fine. So this is our knot. And now I'm ready to add this metallic bead. So I will add 2 beads on either side, and then probably, I mean, I haven't added any in the pendant wise, but I really like it. I like the pendant this way. So once I'm finished adding with this, I will finish one side and then I'll come and continue the other side. I will try to add this roundel bead as well. Let me show you guys how I'm planning to do that. But before that, let me finish couple of knots in couple of beads and come back. I have actually done a little bit, as you guys can see here. So this is the larkset knot, couple of knots, and then see how I have added the roundel beads like that. So that's what I'm gonna do here. After this, after 3 sets of this pink and the metallic beads, I'm gonna add pink and the roundel, light pink, and then the round, and then the roundels. So I'll show you guys how to do the knot one more time in a clear way. I wasn't sounding right that point of time. It was a little bit vague, I guess, especially for the people who are doing this macrame knots initially, and especially if you are new to this particular knot, it might be a little bit confusing. So I'm gonna go over how many times you guys want. I can go over this, but if you guys are not happy with if you guys still don't understand, let me know. I'll make a special video for this knot. Okay, now these are the 2 cords we have after the bead. As you guys can see, if I lay it flat, I have a right and a left side, right? So this is my right, this is my left. What I'm gonna do is take my right, go on top of the left and underneath the left, and keep it right there underneath both the cords, right? I'll tell you guys one more time. I'll zoom in a bit more, move all the beads away so that nothing is crowding this place. Take the right cord, make a loop, okay? Take that loop and place it underneath both the cords, if that's clear. And if you pull this, the loop becomes shorter, right? So this much loop only I want. The left cord, wrap it around my index finger. See how I'm wrapping it? And this is the right cord. I'm bringing it before the right cord. The right cord is here. I'm bringing it here, right? And take this one, I fold it into half so that I can easily put through that loop, and then through the loop, and take it out towards away from me. Okay, now this left cord that I did in the loop is there, so I place it right next to the wrap that I already made. See that? And I'm holding it between my index and the middle finger so that I have a spot right there. Okay, when I do this, when I tighten the right cord that we did loop first time, there you will have the first knot right there. Okay, now if you take this thing off from the loop off, you will have a loop, and then you rotate it, you flip it away from you. Okay, now this is what you have: a loop and a cord on both sides. So this will be the left, this will be the right cord. Take the left cord again, bring it in the front, and fold it into half, and put it through that loop that you have, and take it out and keep it right next to that, again the older loop that you had on your finger, and hold it between these 2 fingers. And then when you tighten this cord out, you have 1 knot. Okay, now you flip it again away from you, just like that. Now you have a loop, you have 2 cords. Take that cord, go around your index finger and bring it in the front, and take this cord and put it through the loop here, and go around and that's what you have. You hold it between your index and the middle finger and then tighten this loop. Okay, see, you have 3 knots, right? If you take this off of your index finger and then rotate it and then pull that cord also, you will finish the 2 knots. As you guys can see, this is how it is done. If it is continuously, I'll show you guys how to make it by not rotating and flipping, but just by tightening it up. So now we will take 2 of the roundel beads, so and then add the roundel bead, 1 on each cord. There we go. So it won't fit on both the cords. The hole in the roundel is pretty small, so it will stay staggered, as you guys can see here. That's how it will stay. That's okay with me. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at that point, and then I'm gonna start doing our knots. Okay, same thing. This is my left cord, this is my right cord. I bring both together, take my right cord, make a loop and put it underneath the 2 cords. See how it is? Now take the left cord, circle it around your index finger and bring it in the front from underneath, like that. Take this cord and go through that loop of ours. Okay, just that way. Now what I want to do is I want to tighten this cord. If you tighten this cord, you will have a knot, and if you tighten the other one, the other loop is gonna get shrunk and then make the knot for us. Just want to make sure. See that? That's the knot. So I'll do it one more time because we are doing 2 knots between the beads. Take the right one, go on top, hold it there. Take the left one, rotate it around your index finger, take it and put it through the loop, and then hold it right there. That feels a little bit tight. Now push that. You can see that knot getting tightened, and then you can release that loop of yours and then tighten that as well. There we go. Now we have the knot. So you can do it either way. Either way is fine. So you can do this pattern until you reach the desired length for your necklace. If you're doing an adjustable necklace or the one that you wear it on top of your head without any closure, that's up to you. But I am thinking of doing a sliding clasp, adjustable clasp. So I'm just going to continue doing this knot until I reach my desired length. I'll come back, show you guys how the same way, only I'm planning to the other side. So I'll show you guys when I start. So I'm almost at the end. I have knotted this much. So this is the last knot. I'm going to make it, and I'm going to leave the cord for the sliding knot. Actually, this is 4 feet and it's perfect. You don't have to add extra bit more, but you need at least 4 feet. So now that the cord is smaller, I want to show you guys one more time the knot. So there is 2 cords, the right and the left. Take the right cord, make a loop, and then keep it underneath both the cords, just like that. Then take the left cord, circle around your index finger and come back in the front. Take this cord, go through the loop that you created, and then hold it between your index and your middle finger, just like that. And then take this cord, and then if you tighten it up, you will have 1/2 of the knot. Okay, and then flip it away from you, just like that. Then you have 2 cords, okay, crisscrossing, right, just like that. Now wrap that around your index finger and come back through that loop, and then hold it right next to the first wrap on your finger between your index and middle, and then if you tighten this up, you will get the the second half of the knot. So that's one knot, but again you flip it again. Then there is two cords. Take one cord, wrap it around your index finger, come back, and then put it through that loop. And then I would like to hold it right next to the previous wrap, and then pull this tight. That's 3 knots. Now you can take it and then flip it around and then pull that tight as well. So you'll have the 2 knot. So this is what it is. So you have the knots, right? So this is how it's made. I hope it's simple a little bit. And we have about, say, 3 inches. We can do one more if you want, but I like the length of it. I'm fine with this, so I'm just gonna leave it at that point. So I'm gonna take another cord, which is exactly 4 feet again. So we are going to use 8 feet of the cord. So there we go. That's 2. And that is 4. Now this is 0.8 millimeter Chinese knotting cord. Fold it into half. Take the middle portion, okay, try and squeeze it into that loop of yours. I will just be back. It's hard to put it through. This is a piece of beading wire that is left over from my previous project. I add the middle of this and then fold this beading wire into half, forming a needle for us, then putting it through that loop of ours, and then take that needle off. Now you have the loop. So inside the loop, take these 2 cords, pull it through. That's a lockset knot. As you guys can see, that's a knot that we started with the other side. So now I'm ready to add my first pink bead. I didn't use this at all, so I have another project in mind, which I'm thinking I will make this bracelet with these beads and these beads. The pink and the multicolor is what I'm thinking in my mind, but let's see. This is 4 by 6 4 and 6. I think this is 6 and 8 millimeter, and that's 10 millimeter and 6 millimeter. Oops, it's hot and I pull the needle in my finger itself. So you can melt this and just let's see if I can get one bead through, because anyways we need it separately, we don't need it together. Okay, I did put only one, but 2 is going through without any problems. So here we go. This is our bead right there, right? So we have 2 cords, 2 cords. Take the right one, make a loop and put it underneath the 2. Take the other one, go underneath, come back in the front and put it through this loop. Okay, and then take this and hold it right next to your bead, and then tighten that up first and then flip it around just like that. Take this cord, wrap it around your index finger, put this through the loop that you have created, and then hold it right there, and then pull this cord and then flip again, go around, take it through the loop, and then tighten it up. Now flip it around again, and then you can tighten the other one up too. So you will have that one is twisted a little bit, see that. I will fix that up and come back, but this is what you are going to do the entire necklace, this side also. Then I'll show you guys the adjusting or the sliding knot or the adjustable part of the necklace. So yeah, I'll come back. So now that I have finished both sides, I have the cord here. It's about would say 20 inches long. So, and here we have about say 5 to 6 inches long, and the shortest one is perfect. So I don't want to take any less cord than this. So I took 4 feet for one side and 4 feet for the other side, totally 8 feet. And we are not going to crisscross this into the sliding knot. We are going to take those 2 cords just like that, and we are going to add our knots. Just going to set this up. In my knotty do it all, you can tape it to your surface, your working surface, your table, or you can tape it to your you can use a clipboard, whichever you want, you can do that. So just want this to be parallel as much as possible. So let's try. Okay, I have here, let me measure this for you guys. It's about say 9 inches, exactly 9 inches. You can take about 6 to 8 inches, you don't have to take more. So take this, put it underneath, come back to the middle, and then start doing our sliding knot, which is our square macrame knot, the P's and the Q's. When you keep your hand right against it, so it will come to the middle. That's what I do. I did a Q. I always start with the Q, you guys know. You can start with a P, it's up to you, whichever you prefer. Then this is a P, right? Take it on top and then come into that loop and then pull that. If you are not aware of the square knots, you can go ahead and watch the basic macrame knots tutorial in my channel. You'll get an idea of what a square knot is. For this sliding purposes, we are going to do this adjustable, right? The necklace, for the sliding purposes, don't do this knot very tight. That's what I would say. So if you do it very tight, it will be tight for you to move the cords. So it's going to be in the back, so we don't need a long knot per se, but since it's there, I'm doing it. You can take as less as 6 inches of cord. That's more than enough for the knots that we are going to make. So it's totally up to you. There we go. All you need to do now is snip off the cord, just leaving a short tail. So this much is left. 6 inches is enough, and you can reduce the knots as well. One square knot consists of 1 P and 1 Q, so making the loop. So you can do as low as 2 square knots, that's also fine. Just melt this to the side. So turn this around, melt it and press it against the side. Don't come in the center, otherwise moving the cords will be a little bit difficult. Now all you need to do here is add some beads at the end. So you can add a small one or a big one. So I'm going to just take 2 of these pink ones that we have and then separate the cords. and then add it. The reason for me is I really like to have only 2 cords and not a lot. Whenever you pull from the back, it's better to have 1 than 2. So just add a bead. Okay, take these 2 cords. This is the smallest one that I have, so I'm gonna adjust all the lengths according to the small one. You can actually cut it, or you can use it just like that. So tie an overhand knot with both the cords together. Simple knot. Overhand knot is a simple knot, but we are doing with it with both the cords. Tighten that knot and strip it off and melt it. Okay, so there we go. And now the other 2 cords. Even though we keep it at the middle, no matter how much we try, one cord will definitely be smaller than the other. I have the experience for so long. No matter how much I try, it is always going to be one cord shorter than the other. So here we go. We are going to do at the same distance as our previous knot. So I just make the knot, then don't tighten it up. Make sure it's in the same height as the other one, then tighten it, snip it off, do the same, melt it and press it. So 8 feet of cord is necessary to do this type of necklace if you choose to do the length that I have and the pattern that I chose. See this is our sliding knot. You can slide up till here, and then you can put it around your neck and then tighten it this way. So I really like the way this turned out to be. I hope you guys like it too. The pendant is nice as well. The only thing I regret is not adding any of the metallic beads here, but if I add it here in the center, this becomes a little bit long, which I don't know if I like it or not. So I keep it this way. If you guys want to, you can add it as well. Let's see, very pretty. I really like the way this necklace turned out to be. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video. I really appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notifications. I upload videos couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.